Thank you. Cage, that's about the amount the cage will go out and also go up and like that. Yeah. Okay. That kid, this is not the cauldron, but there will be a cauldron here.
This is like the cauldron, is it?
Trouble. These points, one, where the white boxes are, yeah? Except that they've been covered, that's fine though. There. And this one's gone now because we're going to use it for more audience space. Resemble the points of scaffolding. Now, you can't make points of scaffolding. Come on, I'm being really serious now. We're over here. Here we go.
All together, masturbate.
Ben!
Go and put some mask and tape and get into it, kids.
Is this your moment for the chorus line?
One.
Then go away.
It's not a bitch like
Not doing it. No, I think that and heavy breeze.
Content insurance officer. Provider.
How are you going?
Collateral. Base. Contact insurance officers. Box, bing, bang, boom. Boom. Fun. Move it or lose it. Funky. Get fine. Get down. Funky. Okay. Deposit. Good job. Transaction.
How are you going? Good job. Good job. Oh, good job.
Transaction.
Double speeder.
Great. Okay, we need direction. What's happening next? Capital. Deposit. Transaction. Get fine. Funky. Big bang. Boom. The investments we choose today will roll over and maximize our earnings. We finally found something.
Pray. Oh, pop a speeder. Pray. Right. Kills bacteria fast. Here? Yeah. Plastic metal recreational furniture. Plastic metal recreational furniture. Bend your knees, straighten back. 1, 2, 3. Okay, no pain, no strain. So, over here.
How much space left in storage?
Okay, get out of the way, we're bringing more stuff.
Check.
Yeah, good job.
Just that we have that. Can you not film?
Yes, we have to, sorry.
Like, because we've got that outline, like the, what do you call it? You know, the structure.
Yeah.
Like, and for each thing, there actually is like, for example, the start, right?
Yeah.
All the newspapers fall down. The monster child's breathing, and then one group starts. Like, it did start too fast. One group starts, and then I really think it'll be fine.
Oh yeah, I definitely think it'll work. It's just, I think it needs to be stripped back a bit at the start. We've sort of launched into this big thing, and we don't have a reference point. But it's the first time that they've gone through it, so it's brilliant for a first time. Need to focus on one group at a time. So because we have no reference points, I have no reference point to see what, if I didn't know, absolutely no idea.
When the movers bring in an article, let's say they bring this, the cleaners come over, whoever is touching that movement are the ones that speak, everyone else minds. Just for now, so we get used to what we're doing.
Yeah, and also maybe you look at the object. Everyone needs to look at the object to see what's, because it looks like the objects had no point in it at all. It looked like they were just being. And they're the focus.
That's what we're all here for. They are so important to us.
Yeah.
So we're going to make.
And then it's a trial.
Yes.
Yeah.
What we're doing right now as a group is we're working in action. So what we have to do to produce these extra kind of qualities is just work slower and with more detail. And you have to have two minds. You have to have performance mind and you have to have audience mind. So you know what you're creating and you're performing in what you're creating at the same time. So take it slower and communicate on a direction level as well as a performance level.
Also the gestures. The only group's gestures you pick up is this group. Every other gesture, don't pick it up. So you don't even see
And we're
it.
missing
haven't
half the
even got it
space
yet.
as well. The space is dead over here.
We haven't choreographed or developed that kind of performance quality yet.
But what gestures like? Because all the gestures that.
So they should be there. They should be there.
We haven't really worked on it yet.
But that's what.
Yeah, and then this evasion happens and we're all like,
No, go. No, you have to. No, I'm going off. It's a topic about 5 million topics back. So go.
So is mine. I was just going to say that the obsessive compulsive disorder, the whole thing about that, like why you have it, is that everything is so structured. And at the moment we're not, everything has to be done in order. Like first comes in the then comes in the that's
I was going to say, I don't know what you think of this convention because it might be a little, I don't know. But it seems to me that we need to build the layering and see the first step first. Maybe if that was the only thing lit up, the first step first. Move to the second step so the second step lights up. Move to the third step so the third step lights up. You need to get a reference point as an audience. Fourth step, and so it builds, and then we see the building as everything happening, and we know, because we've seen each thing by itself, we know where it fits. And then you go, okay.
can start moving because, when they first wake up, and maybe it happens one by one, because we all start at the same time.
Well, think about that as a reflection of life in general. The first people that get up in the morning are the garbos.
So we can
They're
have
always
six-
awake before
we can
anybody
have
else
six
in the
different
world is
alarms.
awake. And then we've got
exactly.
the other alarm that's for the next people that get up, and then you've got the next people that get up and drive their cars to work and do their businessy shit. And then you've got the people who get up and say, I've got to be at, and then you've got the cruise people who sleep
Because the
until
audience
2 o'clock
needs
in
to
the
have a
afternoon.
reference, needs to have an.
Because there's also one of the ideas was that all these newspapers just comes you just start off with hearing the monster child breathing, and then all these newspapers flood in, and that could wake up the cleaners, or the first group that starts, and then something else could set them fussing around.
You just need to see one group at a time, because then you get an ownership as an audience. You get an ownership of what's going on. Go, I know that, I know that, but at the same time you can't.
Once a group is awake, say us, we're the alarm for the next group, so we ring a bell or do something. And
And then as you exit, they wake up and do their job.
Reporters. Means that the reporters go in and report.
How about the reporters make a person have to report every time?
The thing
Okay, yeah, okay. quarters to the first people to get up.
The thing is, whichever group, any group can wake up first because they have to, like, do you get my point? Like, the cleaners could wake up first because they have to clean everything. The recorders could wake up first because they have to record
Okay, well,
everything.
who do we want to wake up first?
I thought the cleaners cleaned everything.
Carers?
Carers, if you're saying to like we should create things,
Maybe there's a time of the day where everyone stops and gets cared for.
That's what we were just saying before.
Yeah.
Like an
Invaders coming.
Maybe that could be the whole point, when everything builds up and becomes so, like, maybe the focus for our care is the monster child,
and then
until the point in the day where everything has gone from being one item, the boys are bringing in 3 items, everybody's getting frenetic and crazy and it's chaotic. We finally achieved that one moment where we've got our single thing into the shelving system and, okay, let's all debrief.
Yeah.
So we can be the ones that if we have lists, we can read out the lists after the
Or even using that as well, you could wake up first, and it's your responsibility because you're the parent, like Ray as a mother, that wakes up the recorder, and then wakes up the
Miss. Maybe we actually really join those lists with the carers, and the carers take care of inspiration. So they have almost a subcategory of sorting, finding, and they actually find feel-good things. They go through the newspapers. They make. I have an aunt who writes. I mean, you know, people who have those things on their walls everywhere. Yes, they write things up. They cut inspirational pieces out of. They copy things out of books. They write them on notes and they stick them up.
So maybe we can just be quietly going about that kind of business all day. Like I had a cross image of the carers. This is going off the track a little bit. But I had one image of us being very maternal, and then I had this other image of us being like really
Priest-like.
like really moving very quietly and
people at the stage, and that's like just so we've got sort of like a goal or a meaning for the whole thing.
Well, that's. I mean, I think what I would, and it may be a shift. I mean, I certainly have a thing about the strength of the image of the car, but particularly if we're working with a Hulk, one of the things is that rather than a throne, the car may become an altar. So if we think about the sorts of things that go on an altar where some of the most precious things somehow get attached to it, maybe it's papered with notes and inspirational things, and so it almost becomes, you know, the what is it in the nativity story? The manger. The car is the manger.
Is it a ute or a car? We know yet.
It's a manger.
It's a uterus.
Might have to make one.
Oh, yeah.